What is important to you? It's a really important question to ask yourself what's important to you. Because what's important to us in our lives while we're here should be what we are giving our full attention to. But it's definitely not the case for most of how we feel like we have to be living our lives. By the end of the day, everything has taken so much of your energy that you've been doing that there's just nothing left for you. Advertisement companies are paying millions of dollars to figure out how to get your attention from you because they know something very important and very profound. And it's that our attention is our superpower. It is our attention that enables us to live the life that we want to live, to be who we want to be, and to create the things that we want for ourselves. That's why all of life is designed to be trying to take your attention from you. Because if we can master our attention and where we put it, we could be anything, we could do anything, and we are completely unlimited. Now, it does not always feel this way, I understand. At many times in my life, I've felt stuck, trapped, and completely powerless. And so in this video, I'm going to be providing actual methods and tools that we can use to liberate ourselves with our attention so that we can live the life that we want because we deserve it. You are incredible, and you should be living a life that is exactly in alignment with the incredibleness that is in your heart. Welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies video. My name is Nathan, and I make videos about being the most powerful expression of ourselves by fully receiving the universe. And in this video, like I said, I'm going to be talking about actual methods that we can use to harness our attention to change our lives today. So by committing right now to this video, here is what you are going to get. Because so many of us have really had it drilled into us that we require evidence before committing and trying something new, in part one, I'm going to be going over actual proof and scientific research as to the power of our attention to prove to you that you've got this power inside of you and how powerful it truly is. Now, in part two of the video, I'm going to be going over actual methods that we can utilize in our lives today to start expressing, practicing, and growing our ability with this power. This is a very important step of this process. Now, in part three of the video, this is where I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks from my own personal success and experience, as well as some mistakes that I've made along the way and certain energies that we can just throw out the door that are going to hold us back. That's where I'm going to be sharing those things. So this being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the proof and scientific research that backs this baby up. When we look at Einstein's theory of relativity, which is proved to be not just a concept, but something that really is true over and over again today in the field of quantum science research, when we look at this theory of relativity, we can get a sense that time isn't something that's necessarily real, but that time is something that is relative, right? Now, what is the significance for me to be bringing this up in the video is that it really emphasizes the power of our perspective in life. Because something as firm and serious as time, when you think about it, society is really based on time. We hold it to be such this fundamental piece of how things work, how life flows, right? And it's such this seriousness, but really it is malleable and is based on perspective. So something so serious and firm is being created from something as malleable as perspective. So whose perspective is creating this reality for us? Well, it's our own. So I like bringing this up because it really points to the power of our perception, our perspective, and how this can really create things that feel so firm, but that really we could, shoot right through when we want to. I've got mentioned in the description below for you guys links that you can check out Einstein's theory of relativity, as well as links that will go ahead and talk about the multiverse theories, which I think is pretty exciting stuff. But I want to bring up the God particle, which is this new molecule that's been discovered, right? It's a newer discovery in this sense. And the God particle is showing evidence and proof that all physical matter in our universe is from the same exact molecule. So essentially what we're looking at is something that is vibrating, one single molecule vibrating and moving so incredibly quickly that it's able to be everything in your physical experience. So you see me standing here, all the bushes around me, this wall right here, my journal that I'm holding, my camera, all of it is the exact same molecule, just teleporting back and forth to create this, in a sense, hallucination of everything being separate, but it's really all this one molecule. Now, I've got an article by Forbes listed down below for you guys to check out on this too. It's really exciting. I want you to check it out. So how is this relevant to the video? To me, this is relevant because we're looking at the fact that, A, we've got the power of our perspective and our perception, right? And when we bring in the fact that everything is literally one, when we're looking at it from a physical sense, I'm not going to bring in the spiritual aspect of this right now, but when we look at the physical aspect that everything is one, then we can see that what is experience itself? You are experiencing yourself. So all the power is yours. It's all coming back to you. Now, this is very simple. It doesn't need to be complex. What is it that drives perspective? Where does your perspective come from on, let's say, for life, for example? When you're living your life, what is it that creates perspective for you? It's your experience, right? Whatever you're looking at and what you see over and over again will create a perspective for you that will start to become your beliefs and the way that you process your life, right? So what is driving perspective is attention, because what you see is what you're looking at. It really is that simple. Everything is right here around us. Whatever it is that you are looking at is what you will see. It doesn't need to be complex. And I understand from your perspective that this might not feel like something that really is true, the way that I'm at least directing it. So I want to ask you if you've ever made an exception in your life. If you've ever made an exception in any aspect of your life, then that proves that you can make an exception. So I just want to ask you, will you make an exception just this once? For yourself. Not for me, but for you. Will you make an exception for yourself to liberate yourself and realize your power? This is the most powerful thing I believe that you could make an exception for, is to test the theory of your power. So in the next part of the video, I'm going to jump into some actual methods that we can use to test this so we can prove it to ourselves and we can start using this today. This is the part of the video I'm most excited for because these are the things that really changed everything for me. So I'm pretty excited. Now, what I want to do is quickly share with you 3 easy practices that you can do to exercise your attention. If you think of it like a muscle, these are going to be ways you can actually grow this muscle to expand it, so that, and what I share with you after that is the top 2 ways that I've personally found to experience the power of your attention right now today. When you use the methods to exercise that I'll share with you, it will really increase the success that you have with the 2 methods that I share with you afterwards. So let's go ahead and get started now. The very first one, very simple. I know you've heard it before, but I can't not mention it because it's the most powerful to me, and it's meditation. Meditation is such an incredible way to expand your attention and to feel what it's really like to fully have your attention on something. The thing about meditation is you can get so good with your focus and your attention and your direct intensity that once you get good at this, you can literally give your full attention to something and you literally become what it is that you are doing and giving your attention to. I could give my full attention to a rock sitting on the ground next to me, and I will completely lose my consciousness with my Nathan human suit vehicle, and I literally become the rock. It's like, it's that crazy that you can be with your attention. Now, there's all kinds of different practices of meditation. I recommend that you just look up and see what resonates with you and see what you click and get into first. I will link in the description for you guys a video that I explain the easiest meditation that I've found for beginners to really help them have a breakthrough experience. I've got a video for that linked in the description below, but I cannot stress this enough. Practice meditation. The second thing is kind of interesting, and it's another really powerful way to practice your attention, and I will call it attentive listening. And I'll express it as this. Ever notice how when you're having a conversation with somebody, what's really going on while they're talking is that you are thinking. It's like your mind is talking and is trying to craft and create your response that you will have for this person based on what they're saying. Attentive listening is listening to what somebody's saying and completely, in a sense, spacing out from your own self. So you're not thinking, you're not crafting a response. Essentially, once they're done talking, you're going to have to sit there and think about everything they just said. You're not going to have a response immediately, right? You are going to be, in a sense, really completely spaced out, fully being somebody who is listening to this person. Attentive listening is one of the most incredible ways to exercise and expand your attention. I am telling you. When I have conversations with people now, I go into a whole nother state of awareness while they're speaking. And people like me a lot more now. Sure, I don't necessarily have instantly some super intellectual response to what somebody says, but they can feel that I'm really listening, and there's a really powerful heart connection to that. It's incredible for a lot of different reasons, but this will really help you to expand and grow the way that you use your attention and the way that you feel its resonance in your life. Now, the third method is to, in a sense, exercise your willpower. And I'm going to share the method that I use, and you can apply this in your life however you want. For me, I do fasting, where I don't eat any food and I don't drink any water. Exercising your willpower is what I like to do, is literally deny myself of the things that I would want or that I would enjoy, and basic needs. Now, this is pretty intense, and I'm not trying to recommend everybody do dry fasting. Definitely do your research, check with your own medical physician and all those things. For me, this has been really powerful, and I can't not mention it. Because in a state where all I can think about is food, all I can think about is drinking water, and I just start feeling so agitated, and I have to deny myself the fact that I could just walk over to the fridge and eat and drink water, even though it's right there. Oh my gosh, you will start exercising your attention in whole new ways when you do this, because you literally have to. It like pushes you to the edge of serious feeling of defeat and the brink of death almost. And it's just a really powerful experience. It's hard to explain, but you can exercise your willpower, whatever that means to you. If you're somebody who hates exercising, wake up every single morning and go on a run, because you are giving your attention to something that is difficult. And when you are exercising your attention with something that's difficult, you are, of course, expanding and growing that attention. So those are the top 3 ways to exercise and to grow your attention. Now what I'm going to share with you is the top 2 methods to actually feel the power of your attention right now, today. So the very first method that I want to share is the power of changing our state. And I want to present this with a quick example. Imagine a bad day that you've had, and notice how it starts and is kind of like this chain reaction. You wake up not feeling well. Your attention is on the fact that you don't feel well, right? Then your partner looks at you the wrong way. You burn your toast, so on and so forth. That just keeps going. A good day, I want you to reflect on that too, and acknowledge how it is, in the same sense, a chain reaction. You wake up feeling well. Your attention is on how you feel well and that the day's going to be good. Because you feel so good, you reach out to your partner and you want to share the goodness with them, so you have this incredible connecting conversation. They make you your favorite breakfast. You get in the car, you're so pumped that you put on your favorite album. It's a chain reaction. Now, when we talk about changing our state, what I want you to do is pay awareness to how you're feeling. And when you feel a certain way, if you don't feel well, if you feel kind of off, imagine in your mind what you would be doing if you were having a good day, if you were feeling well, right? And I want you to do the things that you would be doing if you felt well, even though you feel kind of off, because you can change your state and essentially stick yourself in that timeline, right? Stick yourself in the next version of you. When you feel kind of off, what's happening is our attention is literally on all these things. And the truth is that it's not the external things that are happening that are causing you to feel good or causing you to feel bad. It is the fact that you feel good or the fact that you feel bad that is causing you to pay attention to the things that are resonant of the person who feels that way. So change the way that you feel. And there can be different examples for you based on who you are. There are some certain things that you can do, like put on music that pumps you up and puts you in the state that you want to be in. So put yourself in a different position consciously and do these things to change your state. I know it sounds so simple and so casual, but I guarantee you that you will experience the power of your attention in this way. You will see how literally putting your attention on these things and changing the way you feel, taking responsibility for that, not giving it to the external factors, but taking it for yourself, you will experience the power of the universe and reality, whatever you want to call it and how it works. You will see that your experience in life is literally completely different, externally, internally, in all aspects. It's easy, but it's easy for a reason, because it's easy to be powerful. You have that power right now. So there's a guy on YouTube, and he does motivational speaks. His name is Tony Robbins. I'm sure that you've heard of him, but I want to call it out and let you know he is the master of helping people to change their state. And I have no affiliation with him, but I'm trying to, add value to your guys' life. So if you have not heard Tony Robbins, please, after this video, look him up. This is what really helped me to change my state and feel this energy for the first time in my life. And you guys deserve to have that experience too. So check out Tony Robbins. You will not regret it. The second way to experience your power right now is actually something that I mentioned in last Tuesday's video, so I'm sorry to say it again, but I want to say it again so that everybody understands the power of this. And it's to ask the universe for a sign. Ask the universe, ask God, ask yourself. Whatever your beliefs align with is totally fine for this one. I refer to it as ask the universe. Ask for any sign that you want. Any sign that you want, and you will get it. Now, here's the way to get that sign, okay? When I first started making YouTube videos, I was making some kind of interesting and different content. I had some videos where I talked about alien contact experiences. Now, those things really did happen to me, and I want to tell you why. I was watching ancient alien documentaries on the internet. I was listening to a guy named Daryl Inca who channels an entity known as Bashar that talks about alien contact. I was thinking about alien contact before I went to bed. I was thinking about it in the morning. I was going out underneath the night sky and sitting there and watching the sky and waiting for a ship to come to me. And then I asked the universe, I said, universe, if this power inside of me is real and I can really follow my heart, put a bunch of spaceships up in the sky right now. And they came. Freaking mind-blowing, but here's the deal. Everything is here right now. You could experience aliens, you could experience Bigfoot, you could probably find a unicorn, you could experience yourself having the job of your dreams. The thing is that my full attention was on having alien experiences. Literally, I was consuming content that was about it. I was feeling the energy of somebody who was having those experiences. I was putting myself on the timeline and position of somebody who would receive that. My full attention was on it, and then I asked for a sign. So I got it because it had my full attention. So choose any aspect of your life that you believe with yourself right now that you could give your full attention to. Whether it be, a relationship that you are creating for yourself, whether it be a job, whether it be, coming to Costa Rica, whatever it is for you, whether it be living in your van, whatever it is for you that you believe that you really can give your full attention to right now, give it your full attention, feel that energy, put yourself in that place, and ask the universe for a sign about that. When we give something our full attention, you will see things that reflect that your full attention is on that. That is what reality is. That's how it works, and this is what your power is. So I know that those things are very simple, but that's the power of them, is their simplicity. So I want you guys to do these things, and if anybody wants to comment below something that they believe is also a really powerful way we can exercise this, I would really appreciate that. If you have anything, no pressure, but this could be your chance to add value to somebody else's life that's passing through the comments. And there's no better thing to do in life than to add value to somebody else's. At least that's what my full attention is on right now in my life. So in the next part of this video, I'm going to be strolling around on the beach and sharing with you the biggest mistakes that I've made in utilizing these things, as well as the biggest things that I believe that have led to my success. If you enjoy this section of the video, if this is the easiest part to connect with for you, then I recommend staying tuned for my Sunday's vlogs, as well as checking out this last Sunday, because this is where I present the information more in alignment with the way I'm going to share it here. Everybody's different the way that we receive information, so if this works for you, I just want to let you know that Sundays are going to totally be your day on the Vibes and Frequencies channel. The emphasis on this is that if I want something, what I'm emphasizing to the universe is that I don't have it. So it's not about wanting, it's about being, which is, again, like I said, centering yourself with all the feelings in that version of you. So when I look at myself, for example, being somebody who makes videos on YouTube that add value to people's lives and gets to travel the countries, I look at this and I say, that version of me, how does that version of me wake up in the morning, right? What do they feel like as soon as they open their eyes? What am I thinking about before I go to bed as that version of me? Where am I in the world? What am I wearing? What kind of YouTube content am I making? And I feel into those feelings, and I see that version of me, and I can see that what this person thinks about before going to bed is, tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna think about how I can add value to somebody's life. And then when I wake up, I'm thinking about how I can add value to people's lives. And then where am I? I walk out and I'm in Costa Rica, and I spend my day resonating with adding value to people's lives, making these videos. And now, boom, it's like I've just teleported, because I am this version of me right now. It's not about waiting for it to come tomorrow, it's about being it right now. In my experience,
My mind has created all kinds of things in the past that have made it seem like I was limited and like I couldn't do these things right now. Our brain will do that, because our brain, you could think about it as, just for this example, being ego, right? And what ego wants to do is have you always stay the same. Ego wants you to be in a box and not be able to go out into other things, because ego likes what it is used to. Ego likes what it knows right now. It's not willing to reach out to experience anything new. So ego is going to be trying to create all these reasons for you why you can't do it. Nathan, you can't go to Costa Rica because you aren't financially capable. Nathan, you can't make videos that add value to people's lives because you're just a 23-year-old. Nobody's going to believe or care what you say. There's no evidence that what I'm saying actually means anything, right? I could create all these reasons with ego. That's ego doing it. But the truth is that I can be in Costa Rica right now because I am, and I can add value to people's lives with my videos because I am. That's what it all comes to, is the I am. All the reasons that are going to be created in your mind when you try to step into a new version of you, all these reasons are going to come up. But it's not a bad thing. It's powerful, because what you're being provided with, in my own experience and opinion on it, is an opportunity from the universe to let go of these things. The reason these things are brought up is so you can see them with your attention, and then use your attention to say, I appreciate this, I love it, and now I'm gonna move it over here because it's time to be something else right now. And the something else to be is who I really am in my heart. So it's an opportunity to process and let these things go. This part of the video could just go on and on and on. Again, if you like this video, definitely make sure at this part of the video to stay tuned for next Sunday, this Sunday coming up, because I'm going to be going over all the things that I'm manifesting right now and showing proof and evidence of how the law of attention and all these things are working out in my life. It's going to be in the format of this section here. And definitely make sure to stay tuned for Thursday's video if you are serious about this. If you are committed to being the most powerful version of yourself, stay tuned for Thursday's video, because I'm going to be creating an energetic transmission for you to connect to, more energy to resonate with, to use as fuel in your journey, in your life, for the things that you want and deserve to be experiencing. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to yourself, if that makes sense. Because you're awesome, and the fact that you're here right now watching this proves how powerful you are and how amazing you are, because you're watching content about how powerful and how amazing you are. You are already aligned with experiencing those kinds of things. So that's proof right there. So I want to thank you for knowing how amazing you are, because the thing that hurts me the most is when I see people that can't seem to figure out how powerful and incredible they are. That's really painful for me. So thank you for being you. And I will see you on Thursday and Sunday, and have an amazing day. See you soon.